Dead Film by Kim Valmir. Jessie Flynn was the second best reporter on the high school newspaper Jameson Post. It's a well-known fact that she and the leading reporter Mimi Holt, had an ongoing feud over who was the best reporter. So, when Mimi was found murdered, all eyes and accusations went to Jessie. But she was cleared because she had borrowed Mimi's camera and had timestamps that alibied her. Jessie didn't kill her, but it was she who was targeted. Jessie lay in her bed, unable to sleep. Poor Mimi. Such a gruesome way to go, she thought, the camera in her hands. It was wrong that she had taken it from evidence, but something had compelled her to do it. It wasn't that big a deal. It wasn't part of the actual murder. Jessie sighed and turned on the camera, going to the memory bank so she could look at the photos she had taken and the ones that Mimi had taken before. There were her own photos from the nursing home that had combined with an animal shelter, as well as a few pictures of animals with the elderly. Then one of her favorite pictures, of a pug by itself, was changed. She could have sworn its eyes had been brown, but now they were green. She frowned. The discovery made her queasy. Something seemed off with each picture. Even the ones Mimi had taken were, in some way, altered. With each photo, her heart beat faster, so when the camera died with a beep, she couldn't contain the little frightened eep that spilled from her lips. Of course she laughed at her own silliness when she realized it was just the camera. I'm just being silly, she thought, and plugged the camera in before rolling over to sleep. The next morning she looked at the photos again. She was further amused by her unnecessary fearfulness when she found that they weren't any different from normal. So she went about her normal routine, getting ready for school and waiting for her bus at the end of her driveway. But the whole atmosphere surrounding her was anything but normal. She had the deepest, most terrifying sense of foreboding. Jessie had never been the superstitious type. To her, the very idea of broken mirrors or black cats being bad luck was downright laughable. Ghosts, ghouls, or demons were things of fiction, without a doubt. So her paranoia in this frightening instance was for something far more human. A normal stalker or the on-the-loose killer were her only worry when she felt as though she were being watched. Poor Jessie. What a gruesome way to go. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Aside from the perpetual feeling of being watched, Jessie had a pretty normal day. At first she didn't notice that all digital photos seemed to almost shy away from her. It wasn't until the big photo of a former president fell off the wall and smashed on the other side of the room the minute she passed by it. When she tried to pick it up, it flew away from her reaching hand. It terrified her to the point that she skittered backwards and collided with the desk, falling on her ass. Then the lights flickered off, plunging the room into darkness as the door, too, slammed shut. This sent the rest of her classmates into a panic. Jessie grabbed the camera from her bag and started snapping pictures, using the flash to see. She should have watched the photos instead of the light as she made her way to the light switch. She flicked the light on, then screamed as pencils were driven into her chest, piercing her lungs. As she fell to the ground, her spasming hand took a few more photos. The camera was recovered from the scene, the photos examined. Every photo leading to the light switch showed her moving closer to a black figure, and the last few revealed the impossible killer. Bloodied Mimi was captured in the last few photos. Security footage revealed nothing except for Richard Cam, editor of the school newspaper, picking up the camera. He, too, was then found murdered. The end.